Jerry Seinfeld, born in 1954 to a Jewish family in Brooklyn, New York, always wanted to be a comedian. From a young age, Jerry found himself trying to be funny, wanting to make people laugh.
I always wanted to be a comedian. My whole life I wanted to be a comedian. It's 20 years later. I am a comedian.
This naturally led Jerry to the stand-up comedy scene. Stand-up comedy had been a booming business in New York City at the time, so Jerry gave it a shot.
When I first stepped on stage as a comedian, I really had no idea if I was funny or not.
Spoiler alert, he was.
They had Neil Armstrong's toothbrush, the guy who landed on the moon. They had his toothbrush there in a glass case. Now, I wouldn't make that up. It's too stupid to make up. Underneath the toothbrush, it said, "On loan from Neil Armstrong." A toothbrush on loan. Neil, give him the brush. I thought I was getting glasses because I couldn't tell what my parents looked like. Because every time I'd ask my mother to buy me something, she'd say, "What do I look like, a bank?" They're always making it fun. They gave me checks with the scenes on the checks. Have you got these? They gave me sports scenes. I don't need that. I'm writing out checks, sweating it out, paying big bills. On the checks, people are golfing, skiing, having a great time. I'm not having a great time. I'd like to see bums and dead people. I can look at them and think, well, at least I got a couple of bucks. Think about socks. Of all articles of clothing, socks, more drive, more ambition than any other thing. How many times you do a big laundry? You go to the dryer, you take out your socks, you count them up. One of them got out. He escaped.
At this point, Jerry had been working the scene as a stand-up comic for almost 10 years now. He had been on TV for years, including The Tonight Show many, many times. This gave him the reputation as a good and reliable stand-up comedian. This success caught the attention of NBC, who would eventually give Jerry a sitcom. But I'll let Jerry tell that story.
George Shapiro sent a note to Brandon Tartikoff. One sentence. "Call me a crazy guy. I have a feeling someday Jerry Seinfeld is going to be doing a TV series on NBC." So they called me in, and they said, "What is it that you have in mind?" And I said, "Nothing. I don't have didn't have anything in mind." I actually believed maybe they had something in mind. Since they had the big building with the logo on it, I thought maybe that's what they do here. Maybe they come up with TV shows, and they take talented people and say, "We have a show for you." But they don't do that. So a week later, this is all true, I'm talking with Larry David at the Improv. I tell him this story. We start talking, and then we go across the street to a Korean deli. We're making fun of everything in the deli. He goes, "This is what the show should be. Two comedians just making fun of stuff as they walk around during the day."
Yeah,
and that was it.
Thus, Seinfeld was born. The show got off to a rocky start, but after finding its footing, for the next 10 years, it would become the most popular show on television. Jerry had made it.
People are crazy for you, though, now.
Isn't that something?
How does it make you feel?
Really, really good.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, do you like being a big star?
It's the greatest. What else is there to do in life if you can't be a huge star?
Long story short, Seinfeld became a massive success. To many people's surprise, it was the single most popular show for 9 long seasons.
When NBC began talking to Jerry Seinfeld about doing an offbeat television series, he was a moderately successful stand-up comic, and no one's expectations were very high. Today, 8 years and 151 episodes later, his show is the top-rated and most imitated comedy on television. Just a few weeks ago, Jerry Seinfeld and his 3 co-stars told NBC they'd love to do a 9th season, if the price was right. According to Variety, $1 million apiece per episode. And with its entire Thursday night schedule hanging in the balance, everyone expects NBC to reach for its checkbook.
Even though the show was great and people were begging for more, Jerry felt that it might be coming to an end.
I have to say, I have a sense of timing.
Right.
I have it in jokes. I have it in my sets. I have it in my career. I knew when to move to L.A. I knew when I was ready for The Tonight Show. I knew when I was ready for us to do something bigger like the sitcom. I just knew. And I knew that was our moment.
After some deliberation, Jerry and the cast decided that season 9 of Seinfeld would be its last. Going out on top, season 9 was the most critically and commercially successful season of them all.
We got to season 9, and we started it with a feeling that it was likely to be the last one, but let's see. And we got to the Christmas break, and we all kind of went, I think it's done.
It's so interesting to me of what makes a perception, what makes a moment when someone says, someone ends something, someone gets off stage, and it just becomes a thing because of the way it ended or when it ended, when you wanted a little more.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.